Welcome back to the Print 3D channel and another episode of the Random Print. On this episode of the Random Print, we're going to check out this owl. Welcome back. I'm glad you could join me here in the Random Print. I noticed this little owl sculpture some time ago, and I had it on my list of things to print, so today we're going to print it. We're going to print it at 100% of size first, just to see what it looks like. But eventually, because I have a Gmax 1.5 XT+, we're going to print it really big. Like for all of my models, the filament we're going to use is Shaxon's PLA. This time we're going to use their semi-translucent green. If you saw my channel trailer, you saw that those Coke bottles looked really cool. And I've been anxious to print out some other stuff with this filament, so this is a good opportunity. So let's head over to Thingiverse and download our model, slice it up in Slicer, and get it ready for printing on the Gmax 1.5 XT+. Okay, so here we are at Thingiverse. Here is the owl statue. This is really cool. It's by the artist Cushwa. There's very little details here, just print and paint. Let's check out the thing view. Looks like a pretty cool model to print. Let's go ahead and download this thing and head over to Slicer and slice it up for G-code. Okay, so here we are in Slicer. I went ahead and dropped in the model. As you can see, I'm still running this one at 100%. Let's check out my print settings. We're doing a 0.16 millimeter layer height with a first layer at 0.28, 3 perimeters, 4 top layers, and 4 bottom layers. We're doing 25% infill. My usual 4 loop, 10 millimeters away from the object, 1 layer height skirt, so I can check the bed leveling and make sure it's perfect. We of course need no support material. My filament settings for this are 210 and 205. I've noticed with the clear PLA, sometimes it's a good idea to boost this up to the same temperature as your first layer, and maybe even boost up your first layer by a couple of degrees. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's check out how it slices. Okay, that looks pretty cool. This should be a really easy print. I'm going to go ahead and crank up the Gmax to maximum speed that I've been printing at, which is 90%. I normally wouldn't do anything over 75 for a model this detailed, but I really want to see this. So let's go ahead and crank it up and see what it does. So let's export the G-code and head over to the Gmax 1.5 XT+ and get this printing. Okay, so I've got the G-code loaded up on the SD card. Let's go ahead and load up our Shaxon PLA and fire up the printer. I'll set up a time-lapse camera and I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, so that turned out great. The feathers are really detailed. The wings have all their little feather detail on there. The talons are really gripping on to the little wood he's on. And his ears turned out fantastic. They're not curled or anything. There is a little bit of curling going on here. I did have this cranked up to full speed. I really wanted to see this model print, so you got to kind of slow down your printers and overhangs, folks. It's very important you do that. Or add a lot of cooling, but that could add a lot of stringing. So it's a give and take. But other than that, it turned out awesome. I'll put some close-ups in at the end of the video like I normally do. And once again, the Gmax 1.5 XT+ performed perfectly. So thank you again for joining me here on the Random Print. Please subscribe to the channel, make sure you comment and like on those videos, and join me again for the very next episode of the Random Print.